that piano and shit playing.
Majesty, you know what to do.
I'm just focusing on greatness. I watch the snakes gravitate, then they shapeshift. I've been walking on faith and it's all makeshift. The shit I'm spitting showing my age, but the flow's ageless. Jealousy is mixed with the hate, that's how they gauge shit. They got it motivating my pen, that's how I blaze shit. Britney got away with these words, and I don't waste shit. Success keep escaping a nigga, but I can taste it. My bars got them painting the pictures, I give them LASIK. It's hard for you to hate on a nigga with God's graces. I'm trying to stay in step with my passion, it's large paces. Mama looking down from the heaven, your boy's patient. Just let the music be my therapist for therapy. I like to play from the pocket, don't let them worry. Cause I can hit on the run if they try to hurry me. My specialty is spewing out lyrics that bring me currency. A nigga really came from the bottom, you can't discourage me. Grave diggers clutching their shovels, they wanna bury me. Cause this is real shit, sinners in the pulpit. Everybody judging a nigga like that ain't bullshit. Lyrically I'm loaded, my nigga, this is a full clip. They claim they want smoke with a smoker until them tools lit. Never deviate from your dreams, that's how you lose shit. Heavy is the head with the crown, nigga, I rule shit.
Hey, good evening. Welcome to The Real by Let's Talk. And tonight we continue our review of The Shy Season 7, episode, what is it, 5, 6? Episode 6. Wow. Wow, time is just a moving. Wow, the whole gang is here. Very interesting episode, I will say.
Interesting.
And I'm gonna let Dwayne start it off tonight.
Interesting.
Dwayne,
Who was that interesting?
talk about the episode, sir.
Okay,
He
first of
found
all,
it interesting, Wayne.
okay. Well, first of all, they tried to pay this homage to do the right thing.
Let's go through the Shy thing. That was the name of the episode.
Let's pick that apart. They have Rashad put his face in the water with the ice and do the right thing. It was Rosie Perez. So why we got a man doing it? All right, we're gonna go there. All right. They got Jamal walking around like he the main character, do the right thing. Jamal was supposed to be Mookie, making deliveries, wearing the Jordan 4s, doing the fire hydrant for the kids. Like this who Jamal is? Jamal is Mookie, huh? That's what we doing? Okay, you got Trig, Darnell, and Shad up against the wall with Toussaint coming by with the slow drive by like the cop did and do the right thing. This is what we doing? Is this what we doing? This is what we doing?
Seems like it.
Yeah.
So you didn't like that homage, that ode to Spike Lee?
No. What is it for? What is it for? You got your own stories to tell. Oh, it's hot. Lena Waithe is on the radio like she's Samuel L. Jackson. Like, come on, man. Who is Darnell? Sweet Dick Willie? Is that who he is? Huh? Then you got Emmett. I guess he's still living off Duda money because he got money like that with all these kids running around. Just give his brother with a gambling addiction. We just giving him $3,000, and your father already told you he got a problem with the gambling. So we doing that. That's what we doing. You got Reg stealing Jake's girl, having sex with her in the same apartment as Jake. This boy putting on headsets and his tablet like he an infant, like he 5 years old, he toddler. He gonna sit there. What he watching? Blue's Clues? Like, this is ridiculous. Y'all want me to? And you want to say this was an interesting episode? This is ridiculous. You got Alicia who wants to kill the killers, and she can't even shoot straight. We'll talk about that. Tiff pregnant.
Wow, you came out swinging. Obviously, you did not like this episode.
Tiff pregnant eating White Castle. Does she know what that's going to do to her and that baby? The indigestion. You're eating White Castle.
Sometimes you just need some White Castle, Wayne.
All right, well,
She's craving. She's craving.
I got to defer to you because you've been pregnant before. I haven't, obviously. But, yeah, this was trash, man. Trash. How Mama Dub say it? What's my man name? Trash. It's a trash episode, man.
Wow. I thought it was a little bit, like I said for you guys on the phone before I saw it. I actually saw this daggone thing 4 times, which is interesting because I thought the episode was interesting. I will say, and like Dwayne said earlier when we were on the phone, they waited this long to look at the DNA to come back on the throw up.
Man was murdered on Thanksgiving. It's the middle of summer, and now
Well,
they throw up.
I think I'll go because you guys know when y'all got the text at 6:00 or 6:30 in the morning, I was absolutely disgusted. I think the first thing I said was like, "I'm done with it."
That was absolutely the text. Yes, at 6:30 in the morning.
the do the right thing, homage or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. It didn't really bother me too much, but I don't like who Reg is. I don't know how he fits, and I really like Reg's character. I don't like Detective Toussaint. I don't know how she fits, and I really liked her character. Hold on, I think my son needs me.
Okay, well, we'll pick it up till you come back. Like Reg still playing Jake like Jake 11 years old.
Yeah, he said, I'll come back later. Kids is too much. They worse when they're adults. But anywho, yeah, like I didn't like Jake stealing the girl. Everything Jake is doing, the only redeeming quality Jake really had, I mean not Jake, Reg really had, was how he took care of Jake. So they have wiped out his redeeming character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that was one of my issues when he came back, is that I didn't think that Reg, as much as we liked his character before, having him come back where he was basically 4 years behind on everybody's character development is strange. And at the least, even though he might have needed his little brother to be around, he definitely wouldn't have had Jake committing no crimes.
It's just
They're
weird.
robbing ATMs.
It's weird. So Jake leaving like you can have a house, and he's like, y'all just forget about what Mama said. Like what?
Yeah, that was a little immature
That was
game right
cheesy.
there.
But I did like the
What about
part
what Mama said?
where Trig was just like talking good about Reg, like he's so smart, and maybe he was bullied, and like maybe it's my fault because I didn't do for him,
Because he was out.
I was in the street. So I did kind of like that part, but Trig coming out and saying he liked Tiff, I can appreciate that part
He said
too.
he wouldn't mind waking up next to Tiff. Like, you was just waking up with a shabudu, and now all of a sudden you wouldn't mind waking up next to Tiff. Like,
Okay, you better learn the LGBTQ things.
Right.
Just because he likes a transgender doesn't mean he doesn't like women.
They like women too. He's
To be politically correct. Now I'm trying to protect us in the YouTube space.
Absolutely.
Sorry. What?
So I don't like Emmett's parents. What's the use of them?
Yeah.
And I don't think that Emmett would have gave his brother the $3,000. I think Emmett would have gave his brother the $3,000. But once you know that he has
A restaurant, a restaurant owner giving up $3,000 cash right there. You gotta have a
they're
booming
making money
restaurant.
hands
Like,
over fist and
yeah,
smoky.
yeah.
Well,
Because
and
they got a staff. You know, his brother said, "Well, I do your books." So now we know that his brother does the books. So
well,
there's a possibility that some crooked shit gonna wind up happening.
his brother been doing the books. Like his brother been doing the books for a while,
Yeah,
but
that's what his brother is, a math whiz.
right,
He a
but
number whiz.
right, but if you notice, Emmett has said in the past, "Oh, we still got some of that doodah money." Like so, I guess he feel like they good because they still got some of his money.
So
Uh,
my biggest issues with the episode, I don't think I don't think he's that naive. You're trying to protect Lene, but you throw Reg under the bus, who is Trig and Jake's brother. You live with Trig and Jake. They took you in. I don't think, what's Simba's name? I can't even think right now.
God.
Rashad. I don't think Rashad would take Alicia
no,
to Reg's house, and that's his best friend brother.
yeah, and he
Like,
know it's his best friend brother's house because
he
he
know that
got
that's his best friend.
there.
So it's like those moments of the show that's so unrealistic and unreasonable. And I was just, you knew Jamal, you knew just watching the episode that something was going to happen to Jamal. I don't like predict. I like to be shocked. I
So
like.
let me ask y'all. So Rashad, like you said, the question, Rashad wouldn't have told that to his best friend, who he always called Joe. He wouldn't have been like, Joe, we got a situation. She want to kill your brother. Like that conversation would have been had. And now when he goes back to him, when he find out, like, yo, I was with her when she shot at your brother. Like, just weird. It's weird because they show the 6 degrees of separation with all these characters, and then they have them beefing like they're going to be beefing, when in reality, to if you really dealing with real life, it just wouldn't happen like that. I don't care how much somebody upset and hate each other. Rashad just wouldn't have went. He just would not have went. He
But
wouldn't
and
have
I
took her.
don't think Alicia is that stupid. Or that
Yeah,
she's more
she got.
calculated
But you see
to
what she
just.
said. She
She
even
just
said,
killed Zay. She just killed Zay. She didn't let him finish talking. Somebody told you something about Reg, and I don't think that she's that stupid.
I'm just
but
tired of the whole kill the killers thing. Is he a killer? Like, what are we doing? Oh, is he-
I thought it was interesting because when the first thing she said is, "What's up, DeMarcus?" The first thing she said was, after that, she said, what do you mean, Jake's brother Victor?" Because she got Victor out of jail. So now she felt compelled to help Vic. So she has a relationship with the older brother. What do you think Victor was? Victor was a killer. Victor was there when Duda helped Duda get rid of your brother's body. And we just supposed to forget about that? Like,
It
one of
seems like Victor was more of a killer than Jake.
exactly.
yes,
I
and
mean, than Reg.
that's one of the things that bothers me about the show. Now, I might have liked the episode a little bit better than you guys, but one of the things that bothered me about the show is all these characters that have these connections to each other. They just they act like we're dumb, like we don't remember. We don't
So
remember this stuff.
let me ask you a question. What are they doing with the Charles character? Oh, well, I know how to get people here my way. You know, Pastor Zeke trying to give Papa credit for getting people there. And, then they do that corny ass line, reach out and touch somebody's hand. Like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I mean, our Papa's useless too, so I don't know.
2025. Lena got all this stuff from her community on this show, right? It's 2025, halfway through 2025. We gonna talk about a black man dating a white woman being a problem in 2025?
And
Yeah.
he just looks like the type of ninja that like women.
Right.
It's a difference with a man that just, my preference is white women and he dogging black women.
Yeah.
That's not the scenario. So nobody cares if he's dating a white
And,
woman.
and it ain't like he, from what we understand, did anything. His wife stepped out on him, and that was the scandal. I mean, I think Pastor Zeke, I know they made him out to be like crooked as far as the money. I mean, I think that whole, y'all know I have a problem with the angle of the black church. I just do. I just think it's very shallow when it comes to just writing that all church folk are kind of corrupt. You did it with Papa's father, you did it with these two. Like, what next? Like, it's no innocence, it's no ordained ministers that do have a connection to the inner city and know what's going on and know how to keep their mouth shut. And then you got him. Nook is the killer. He's paying for people to get killed, going to the services. That's like
Here's
a
the
little bit.
thing. You just took a little word out of my mouth. So you got two characters that we don't know what they're supposed to be. Nook a stone cold killer, but he paying for the funeral of the guy that he murdered. Right? Then you got Reg, who's supposed to be this. I don't know what Reg's supposed to be. Right? He gets shot. He lets off shots at Shad and Alicia. Then he comes back, walks over top of Jamal, picks up his food, and goes inside the damn apartment. They ain't call nobody to help Jamal. No nothing. Just stepped
Yeah,
over the man, got his
yeah.
food, and went
Like,
upstairs.
oh well. Like,
But in the next breath, you don't remember what Mama said? Like, come on, man. Like this stuff is really becoming unbelievable, man.
it's a whole bunch of different and strange stuff going on. The way the characters intermingle. DeMarcus, yeah, I know. See, you would think that the way that this show is going, that they are all going to team up to try to get Nook, but it's not going to go that way. It's just not, because they've gave us scenarios where basically you could see Nook and Alicia and Reg getting up out of here. Those three. I'm just saying that's not my thought, but you can see it because they basically have no purpose and they're making them out to be the enemies. I mean, Rashad and Alicia breaking up to can I keep my job? Can I keep my job?
Let me ask you a question. And I keep going back to stuff. Jake is what, 19 now? 18, 19 years old. He out here sleeping with the preacher's wife and all this. He gonna stay in the apartment while his brother having sex with the woman that he called over there?
Well, you said it when you opened up, Dwayne. I thought him putting on the headphones, pulling out the tablet was kind of like very kiddish. That's something that a 6, 7 year old do. Like, he a grown man. Did he basically act like Reg was holding him hostage? He
Right.
could have been left. Like, Reg holds you hostage. He ain't letting you leave he ain't letting you leave from around him. Like, what are we doing this? Like, where are we going with this?
So we got a man that didn't know how to play spades. They had to teach him how to play spades. Now he putting $6 grand on a hand. Like, what?
A hand, Dwayne.
What are we
It's
doing?
13. It's 13
One
books.
hand,
Nobody
just
ever
one.
that, quote unquote. Both of y'all could go 6. Nobody ever cares about the 7. Y'all know we all play spades. Most people don't lock the door, don't lock up the books. Most people don't say, "Well, I got 8, you got 5." That's, you in shooting range. Come on, to play spades, one-handed spades, is the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. I've
Especially they're
never
going
heard
to
that.
gamble on it.
Yeah, I've never heard that before in my life. We're gonna play one-handed spades. Maybe a quick game to 350. But, but
And why would you do it and you were already winning?
Yeah,
yeah,
and,
they're
and
talking about it gonna kill me. It gonna kill me.
it's just stupid, just dumb. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I did like when What's the weed guy name?
I don't even know his name. Brandon's cousin.
I like what he was saying about he trying to get this business, this betting business, because that's big. I like that, he's enterprising and always talking about entrepreneurial stuff. Like,
Believe it or not, you talking about Hannibal. That's what
that's
DeMarcus
what
said
his
his name's
name
Hannibal.
is. Yeah.
You know, believe it or not, DeMarcus, you got a hell of a memory, man, because you remember these characters that don't have big roles. Keisha, believe it or not, I think Hannibal's character could bring more to the show. It's weird what she's doing.
Yeah, because he's
Um,
a different type of person.
Yeah, then you get these. She gonna say to Victor, "You got a good poker face." How the hell you
It's,
know?
and let's be honest, Keisha, even though you brought up Hannibal, right? Don't you think Hannibal would have gave his cousin Brandon the money for the food truck? That would have been a great investment for a
he
guy that
lent
was in
it
the
to him.
street. Yeah.
He lent him something. Or the money for the first food truck.
I'm gonna tell y'all something else that bothered me. It was a very simple scene, but EJ starts fighting the boy. They back at the table. Emmett tries to like touch EJ on the shoulder, and he flinches his shoulder back. Smack the shit out of the boy, man. Like, I'm tired of this, man. What are y'all doing with this boy?
But
Keisha, you want totally out. You went out. Say what you said again.
you know what bothers me, Keisha?
I can't.
You offered to take EJ. Now Tiff should come get her son. I absolutely believe that. However, it make taking care of your son.
True.
He took responsibility for that little boy. Like,
What
she's
killed me is
unreasonable.
the way they got Keisha's character, and she's definitely not one of the characters on the show that none of us like.
I don't like her. She's
Keisha,
unlikable.
now you complaining about being pregnant? Like the way that Keisha complains, like towards Emmett, he's very ungrateful.
And she
I
has a
mean,
good dude.
Huh?
she has the finished product. Like Emmett's character came a long way, so to act that way towards him now, it doesn't make sense. But like I said, like you guys didn't like the episode. I actually liked the episode, which is crazy.
I'm glad you did, because I don't see any redeeming qualities of this episode. I'm trying to
I
be funny
didn't.
when I say it.
I
Like,
didn't. I didn't. I watched it again. My opinion didn't change. And then Reg walked his ass over Jamal. I was like, look at Reg.
I just walked over him.
It is funny. It is funny how Reg was a likable street guy, and now you took the same character and brought him back, and now he's not likable anymore. Every quality that Reg had that we liked prior, those same qualities, it's like, ugh, why'd you bring him back? Like he acts like a big dummy now. Acts like a big dummy. And I don't know. I got to talk to somebody from Chicago. Do they got power outages out a lot, Keisha? Because that's like the third episode that we done seen where the power done went out in Chicago. And I did have something to say about Dwayne. What Dwayne said about the power outage.
It's
So
do
the
the right
power outage went out. Do the right thing.
Just do the right
So the power outage went out, right? But the funniest thing about it is, if y'all notice, Darnell still had the radio on. So Lena Waithe went from running for mayor to now all of a sudden she's a DJ. She's a DJ on.
But I don't think it's the same character. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, like, come on. I
I
had
mean,
to do the voiceover too. Like, come on. It's
I,
just weird.
no, it's bad, man. It's bad. You got Jamal getting married, and then the next episode you getting
Hey,
blasted.
hey, DeMarcus, I seen where a lot of people said this about Jake and his karma. I just don't think that the Jake, Gemma, Kevin scenario has anything to do with what his situation is with Reg. The Jake and Kevin with the Gemma and Maisha, all that circle, that's what young kids do at that age. You this my girlfriend or this my girlfriend. It's not like quote unquote that's your main girlfriend, everybody young trying to figure it out. But to have his brother basically is like, I don't know why you like my little brother. I taught him everything he know. How you gonna like the student and the teacher right there? Dwayne, you ain't like that, Tyler.
Oh, it's terrible because what brother would do that to his little brother?
Mhm.
There's no brother. Maybe there are brothers out there that's shady like that. Not none that I know. Like
Mhm.
it was just bad, man. I only watched it twice, and the second watch I tried to find something redeeming, something that I could hold on to, and it's nothing. It's nothing.
Yeah, it was bad for me.
What are they
Like
doing?
I said, I like the good conversations about Reg from Trig
Yeah,
and Jake. Um, but even the cop like rolling up on Victor, like none of that I liked. Like get your it's
Both of them said,
a
Darnell and Rashad both said, who that? And then she was like, Victor Taylor. Victor
But
Taylor.
here's
Like,
the thing. If you read Vic's jacket, I don't care what kind of councilman or alderman he was. He's street. He not going to answer you. So
no,
do your own research before you roll up on him.
but
You
see,
just let him know that you're looking and you're on the reg and you're on the reg and Jake. That's all you did. Cops are smarter than that.
this is my problem with Lena and these writers. They think people are dumb, and maybe I'm overanalyzing it. You can accuse me of that, but like, what are they doing with Emmett this year? What are they doing
I think me personally, Dwayne, this is the one, and we've always talked about this. Me and you go through this twice each season when we do how many times the actor appeared. Emmett is the only actor that has been in every episode. You built Emmett's character up to being, to this point, a very responsible young man. You built him up. You built Emmett up. He was irresponsible, kids all over the place. You built him up. You made Emmett really out to be for a young man doing his thing. And now this season it's just like you got him all in the wind. He's twisted in the wind. Even Bakari, you got Bakari twisted in the wind, like he don't know what. Now he's scary. He see people getting shot. He gets scared. He's a killer too. He done kill somebody too. And it's like he had no problem when he was crying, pulling the gun out on Duda. On Nook and all this other stuff. Just very weird where they're going with some of these characters. It's like they're changing their trajectory on the development of what they've been trying to do. It's just,
So
you know.
let me ask y'all a question: is Smokies a successful venture or is it not?
I think it's successful.
All right, then why they got people when they was doing the delivery? Everybody that he was delivering to was kicking Smokies in the back.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, when you hot, you don't want to pay for nothing.
Complaining about the prices. And at the end of the day, this is, the way that they did it because it's an ode to uh do the right thing. If you understand how do the right thing was, this is all in one day. So obviously, Smokey's got a little bit of power to deliver food to you, cook for you. It's hot as death outside, and you complaining. It doesn't. I understand when Dwayne and yourself, Keisha, say it doesn't make sense. When you do this, you take so much from do the right thing that it doesn't fit. It's literally a break in the original script of this show. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't come off right.
And you got to make sure you show the Jays. You got to make sure that even though Jamal on the ground leaking, we got to get that shot of them Jays. Got to make
Yeah.
sure you got the Jordans on that was worn and do the right thing.
And Marcus said Rashad and Keith together gave him flashbacks of the movie ATL.
Yeah, they mentioned that in the interview that they did, that they back together on something like that.
Well, you know what, Nay, and I appreciate you. I don't know if you ever joined our show, but appreciate you and appreciate your support. Yes, that's another thing. this is like the sixth show. Well, this is the sixth episode. This is the fourth episode where it's an event going on. Like all these people doing this partying. You got the baby shower, the boat, the
Mother's Day.
the Mother's Day. Like you, come on.
Maybe they're just trying to show a different
So
side of Chicago.
what event was it?
Father.
I'll be honest with you. I think that the EJ character, where are they going with this? Are they going to show him on the spectrum and just bugging and just being bad? Like, you would think that Tiff would be picking up on certain things when she's around EJ and would be like, yo, something ain't right with him. Like even when he had the learning disability before, they worked on him. Now
Yeah, but
it's like,
Keisha figured that out, I thought.
but you would think now that he's with Keisha and his father, he would be doing better. It's like he's going into reverse.
EJ's the new age Papa. About as big as Papa was when Papa was a little boy.
Oh, he tougher than Papa. He had a little fist fight.
EJ got issues, man. He smacking people up, knocking stuff over on the table, eating crimpets. Like EJ all over the place. Then the other little boy playing. Who plays barber with the real Clippers?
Why they on?
Where they do that at? And Emmett can't get right with anything. Like he ain't even watching his kids at this event to see what they doing. He'd be more concerned with Ronnie than his own kids.
Exactly. DeMarcus said EJ could be like Christian. And they said Tiff don't want that kid. She pregnant but building a mushroom lab.
And I don't think Tiff, and I could be wrong, right?
Watch yourself, brother.
The Tiff
Watch yourself.
Who gotta watch themselves?
You know I feel about Tiff right now.
Okay, well what I'm saying, the Tiff that we know and how she was, how outspoken she is with her mother, she wouldn't just sit there and take that from Alicia. I really don't believe she.
No. At the end of the day, right? If they got her as Tiff ain't got nowhere to go, she got a a mushroom lab. She got somewhere to go. She could find her own. It's not like she's at Alicia's and they're reminiscing about who Rob is. Rob is really an afterthought, even though Alicia wants vengeance. But she told Tiff, don't get yourself all wet behind Nook.
Well, she told her she ain't just gonna be with anybody while she carrying her son's issues.
I liked what she said. She said, why you getting wet for Nook?
Saria said, I saw your comments on our show 2 weeks ago. Appreciate your support. You said EJ seemed like he was able to talk now. He has anger issues from being abandoned by his mother. Yeah.
I agree. EJ wasn't like this in previous seasons. The boy could put some up.
She didn't invite the kids over when she was up under the generator.
You know,
like
she should have at least invited Keisha over.
Yeah. The first thing.
Just put a little insight to people. My favorite episode of The Shot ever was the Christmas episode, right?
Season 5, right?
That's season 5. And in that episode, EJ was like, look, Grandma and Grandpa under the mistletoe. Now he can't put 2 words together. He was able to do that back then, but now he can't even put 2 words together. Tired of it.
Y'all really disappointed. This episode really pissed y'all off.
It disappointed the hell out of me.
They got the nerve to have his Shy Seeds shirt on, and he ain't sold a shirt in 8 months.
He lost his partner. Zay was his partner.
Hey, DeMarcus, the reason why she was right about Nook and Tiff is because she heard the conversation. Alicia was eavesdropping. She heard that conversation from episode 5
and then
when they was talking.
What we doing with Vic? Like, Rashad goes, well, all the ladies crazy about you anyway. Would the ladies be crazy about him when they know who he dealt with in the past?
Well, for those that don't know, when we watch the show, when we do the review, during the middle, during half of when we do the review show, we usually rate the show
Right.
1 through 10, 10 being the highest. We only rate this episode, one episode at a time, and then we rate all the season at the end. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. DeMarcus, yeah, I like Tiffany and Emmett together too, but we done got way past that now. Oh, jump out the window, Keisha. What's your rating? Dwayne, you can go. She had to step away.
1.75. A 1.75. And I'm being generous with the 0.75 because I
Well,
want
1.75, Dwayne.
I wanted to give this crap a 1. Because
DeMarcus, you really giving this episode an 8, bro?
who?
You really giving this episode an 8, DeMarcus? Come on, bro. Come on.
Did he say a 0.75?
Dwayne gave it a 1.75, Keisha.
Oh, okay. I'm going in the 2.25.
Wow. DeMarcus gave it an 8. Nate gave it a 2.5. Yeah, you don't have to. Whatever your rating is, it's your rating. But DeMarcus, I think you went far. But if you gave this an 8, you never gave no episode, DeMarcus. And trust me, we appreciate your support. But if you gave this an 8, you should have been giving 10s for the last, at least episode 1, 2, and 3 for the season. This episode wasn't an 8, bro. I think you done jumped out the window a little bit.
Who called it an interesting episode?
That was me. That was not. But I'm not giving it an 8.
Well, what are you giving it, Mr.
I don't care what it is. It's not getting an 8 from me. It's getting a 4.
Okay.
Matter of fact, it's getting a 3.5.
I'm just trying to figure it out.
It's getting a 3.5. You know why? And I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't. Maybe it's my expectation. I don't really have a lot of expectation for these shows when you start talking about the middle of the season episodes. I just don't. I just don't.
To the people, right? I want y'all to be very clear. I paid my light bill. No power outage. It's 105 degrees in the shade. So if y'all think I'm sitting there on, you're crazy. It's hot.
I've been wiping my face every 2 minutes.
And air is on. I'm not.
Well, DeMarcus, you said you like The Shy. This is what I need you to understand with us. We started doing review shows with The Shy season 2. We like The Shy. We criticized The Shy. We actually should have been off The Shy season 4, 5, 6. They've had some seasons where they was just bomb seasons. So we're very critical, but we still watch. I don't know. After that phone call from Keisha was ready to jump off The Shy. She was ready to go.
And can we talk a second? Because me and Q have been speculating off trailers.
Okay. We're doing a scenario. We're doing what we think based off the trailer. Let me read this real quick, Dwayne. Nate said Alicia's saying she want to delete the killers, but recklessly deleting everyone, and she's supposed to be the one worse than Duda. Yeah, Dwayne has a major problem with that as well. Nate. So explain the scenario, bro.
So here's what it is, man. I changed my feelings on it again because you want to know why? I read the description. I read the description of the next episode. And the first line in the description is Jada gets bad news. So that leads you to believe what?
The cancer came back.
Exactly. That's the first line of the description. Jada gets bad news. Then it says something about Emmett and Keisha with their parenting skills. And it went on from there.
So Dwayne
And Jamal don't die.
Yeah, so Dwayne is had this scenario, you guys, where Jada's cancer was going to come back. He had said that in the beginning of the season. And looking at the trajectory of these episodes and based off the coming attractions, you would think this is the case. I said that I think that something's going to happen with Emmett regarding his brother doing some weird stuff with that gambling. We're just projecting. We do this every now and then. And it's kind of crazy because we don't do this when the episodes are real good. We just don't even talk about what we think is going on. DeMarcus, you said Jada Cancer's out of remission. Jamal probably gonna survive. Yeah, the whole funny thing about Jamal getting shot, which is crazy, the last shot of the episode, eyes was closed on the ground. So now we know that he's basically gonna be in the hospital fighting for his life. And it's like, why would y'all even do all that? Like Keisha said, was Jamal's character that big enough in this show to make him the central integral part of getting shot during the delivery?
No. Let Papa go out to Cali. Let Papa go be with Kev or something. There's no room for Papa in here. We ain't gonna talk about them trying to bribe him for his father's church anymore.
Papa about to console Lene.
I don't know. So
I don't like
DeMarcus
it,
Nene,
but
and DeMarcus Nene, anybody in the chat, if you want to give us your scenario on what you think is going on, or going to happen going forward, let us know. I think people do like Jamal. I think Jamal does have some type of interest in the show. It's just crazy because why would you have him as the integral part of the person getting shot? Like, you would have thought it would have been Emmett's brother, Emmett, anybody. Like, now he was already there before when he dropped the food off to Jake. So now he doubled back to bring some food to Reg later that night, and he gets shot. Like,
and
Alicia
he know
just
who Reg
randomly
is because
shooting.
Jamal was in the street too.
Yeah. It's just very, very, very interesting. It's very interesting what they're doing to Jamal's character because, like, he was super street night and got his life together and think different. Like, it's just interesting what they're doing with their characters.
So you're a philosopher?
Oh, so okay. DeMarcus said Felicia Rashad's character Renee is Kenya's grandmother and Pastor Ezekiel's mother. Well, we knew that, but still, it's like even with the Felicia Rashad thing, why are you bringing it on the show?
Well, my
Why are
problem is
you bringing Wendy Robinson on the show? Like, this is episode 6, 7 going into,
you got
and you're
episodes
bringing new characters.
and you haven't brought them in here yet. And you still got to bring Karuchi in there too. And if you look at the trailer, she gonna have a love interest with Damon. Who is Damon?
Yeah, why bring a love interest to Damon? Just a minute ago, you had him on his metrosexual stuff with the fingernails. Like, you were trying to go down the angle. You probably seen how the fans didn't even want that plot thickened. So you probably take two different storylines for Damon going forward because they do this. And they said Bakari got Lene brother shot, Jake brother. Jake need to get him personally. Well, yeah, it's weird because even though Jake and Bakari had that thing, and Jake was upset with him about Gemma and the baby, Bakari just the whole Bakari telling her, it just didn't add up, y'all. I don't know what y'all think. She know the last time that Bakari knows that Rashad said to him, "Why did you tell him about where Zay was?" They killed Zay. Rashad and Bakari talked about it. So Bakari willingly said, "I could get you an address." Where Jake would have been, where Trig would have been, possibly anybody would have been there. It just doesn't, like I said the episode was interesting. Y'all making me want to take back my rating.
You ain't gotta take it back. You found someone.
Saria said this is the most interesting thing that's happened to Jamal since the early season. But I could do without Dom and Jamal and Lynette. Yeah, it's just they've gotten rid of 4 or 5 characters. They might need to hurry up and get rid of 4 or 5 more, right?
Well, why was Jamal Mookie? Can y'all still ain't answer?
Yeah, he's Mookie.
Wouldn't Emmett be Mookie?
Yeah, he would have been if they did the shy thing correctly. Alicia's impatience and bad aim got Jamal shot. Yes. Why Alicia believed Nook, but she gave nobody else the benefit of the doubt.
I
Yeah,
can't.
that's another thing.
I
She
can't
Was
believe.
she
believed Nook.
afraid of Nook?
She
Now
believed
listen.
Nook, but then
Now
she came
listen.
back and told Tiff it might be Nook. He might be lying. She could have killed Nook. She had to drop on Nook already.
Now, Shad and Vic is best friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're best friends, right? You don't
Mm-hmm.
think Vic told Shad, yeah, Peaches was back in town, man. We was together on Mother's Day, this, that, and the third. Shad is that shocked that Reg is still alive. Oh, I can't believe he's still really alive.
Listen, the way they call each other Joe, as close as they is, as close as those two is, as close as Jake and Papa is. You mean to tell me Jake couldn't tell Papa that Reg's alive? Like it
It's
just
unbelievable, man.
yeah.
It's unbelievable.
So DeMarcus said people thought Damien was gonna hook up with Bakari, and I knew that wasn't gonna happen. People just let her talk and say nothing. I mean, DeMarcus, we appreciate you. You didn't know that. It's no way you possibly with Lena Waithe and what these shows do with giving the LGBTQ representation in these shows. Nobody knows where none of these shows are going. They go from 1 minute. Look at it. 1 minute you brought back allegedly Bart Fitzpatrick left the show because he didn't want to kiss a transsexual. You had him leave the
And
show.
now he's
You
denying he said that.
he's denying he said that. You brought back a brother that we never knew. You had two transsexual actors in the show. Nobody knows where these shows are going. They as much as we try to
Who knew that Gemma was gonna be into Britney?
yeah.
I don't think
They,
Jim
they,
was into Brittany in real life and on the show.
I personally think that what they did is they did that episode with Damien with the fingernails, and they saw the response of the fans because at the end of the day, trust me, they watch these review shows, they listen
Well,
to these bloggers.
the shows is already in the can, right? So they
But what
all.
I'm saying, Wayne, they probably have two different
But
takes.
what happens is they have focus groups. They release episodes to focus groups while they're filming to get a gauge from the people that's in the focus group. Probably like another YouTuber that has so much insight. He's probably one of those people that be in the focus groups
Mhm.
because they do that.
So, DeMarcus, you said the Shy is now rebranding. Yeah, the Shy is rebranding, and this is how they got renewed for season 7, which was very fast. Yeah, and you said they still never explained where Reg was hiding at. The writers, you said a statement. You said the writers is playing with your intelligence. We
All
always
day.
criticize the writers. This is something that we do. We blast the writers' room because sometimes they write episodes that don't make no sense. And this is one of them episodes. Dwayne and Keisha, listen, if we could have found something to do tonight instead of doing our review show, which we love to do, because this is basically a conversation that we would have on the phone on a 3-way, and we just decided to start doing review shows. That's how this birthed. We talk on the phone.
Yeah.
But to say that is that we rip these writers. We think sometimes these writers don't even have the same vision.
And I just want to say something, right? Because one of our fine people that's watching put something in the chat, and he said he likes the shot. I like the shot too. I've liked the shot since season 1. I just want them to be better and do better. But again, I'm seasoned, man. In 2 weeks, I'll be 51 years old. So I found out today a YouTuber that does all these review shows of a lot of different things is 35 years old. So maybe it's for 35 and younger. Maybe it ain't really for me. You understand what I'm saying? Maybe.
Nay, I'm gonna let Keisha respond to your question.
What she
Nate
said?
said with the men on this show, you either super simp or super gangster, no regular people.
She has a healthy disdain for
The
like
masculine black man.
yeah. A healthy disdain. It's
She,
no
she,
good black men on the show.
Who is the manliest character ever on the show, Keisha?
with the
Dre,
with the most redeeming qualities,
Dre,
right? And then she even
a
made Dre mad.
woman, a
Then she even
masculine
made,
woman.
With
but
that strap on.
but no. We ain't even gonna go there. But even then, she made Dre even messed up because Dre went back with her old girl and cheated.
Yeah, towards
Mhm.
the end. It's no, and then Smokey, but she got rid of him. Like,
Smokey wouldn't have gave up that restaurant like that.
no, not
He,
at all.
that old nigga who is Alicia's brother, who they still like.
And
Alicia
Q's
never said
brother.
nothing. And Q's brother, like even when Q came back, he never checked. Even though he liked Emmett, he never said like you did my brother wrong. That's just weird. It's
Detective
weird that they never used that or talked about it.
Detective Tucson ain't gonna ask Bakari about Ronnie at all. Bakari killed Ronnie in broad daylight around people.
In broad daylight.
Around people.
Oh, Saria, you done said something. I'm gonna let Dwayne answer that. Saria said, I feel some reactors are afraid to speak the truth about the show because they have some entanglements. Well, one of the things that a lot of people do, and Dwayne will get into it when we talk about it, is a lot of us nowadays clout chase. So they don't want to say nothing negative about the show on their review shows or when they do ratings. They don't want to say nothing negative because they want the people that are responsible for these shows to like their reviews. I hate to say it.
Why
We're not Rotten Tomatoes. We just average people, common people that like TV shows, like good character shows. We love The Shy after season one, and we just give our opinion on what we see.
why did Barton change his tune now that he's back on the shot? He
I
changed
couldn't
his
find
tune.
gigs.
He changed his tune because after those 2 seasons at the shop, what else he do?
A
That man,
couple little Tubi movies.
that man was desperate to get back to the shop. Desperate
We
because
got them two babies.
Yeah. But anyway, we're going to close it out, man. Any final thoughts, you guys?
do better, be better.
Ditto. I agree with that.
Wow. Wow. I would just say there is a lot left. 6 more episodes, from what I understand. They need to turn it up a little bit. They need to do something better with the show. The storyline's got to get better. Um, because
But
go ahead.
before we close out, there was another scene on the trailer where Vic is like, "Well, I'll get back in the streets if y'all get back there with me." What does he mean by that? Is he
Oh,
gonna
they going to war with Alicia.
is he gonna be in the streets like Victor, where he wants to be your councilman, or is he going back to being Trig in the streets? And if
I
he
feel
is,
like he's going back to be Trig.
okay, well, if that's the case, then why does he have at the table with him Darnell, the dude Reg that just got out of jail, Shad, who's with Alicia, Jake, who he trying to keep from the streets, and it looked like Damon was at the table too. So this is gonna be his street crew.
Oh, he ready to die. I mean, I'm sorry.
Like, what are we doing? I'm
He's
done.
at a men's meeting. He's at their men's meeting recruiting gangsters. A place where he done started where men could talk about dealing with the stress of the world.
You
Very,
heard what
very. Go
you
ahead,
heard what
Dwayne.
Shaw said. You heard what Shaw said. Oh, I'm gonna hook you with these good brothers. So good brothers that's gonna be in the streets. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's weird.
very interesting. But look, appreciate you guys in the chat for joining us. Like always, you guys make the show. You guys make it good for what we do. And yeah, we talked about that. Yeah, she got him out of jail with that judge. And like I said, appreciate you guys always showing up for us every week. And we'll look forward to next week, man. Hopefully, we know Friday gets here real fast and we watch the episode. And until then, Take care. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Majesty, you know what to do.
I'm just focused